I just bought a pizza oven, strictly pizza oven, that will never have pineapple in it, ever. And if I find out that my family put pineapple in it while I was gone, I will throw the pizza oven in the lake. Hey, what's up? This is Zach Myers, and you are watching Feedback Loop by PRS Guitars. Japan. If they could move Japan like to like a 2-hour flight from America, I'd probably live there. I enjoy Japan. Australia too is a beautiful country, but and if I gave it a top 3, it would be Japan, Australia, America. ZZ Top, Damn Yankees, and Leonard Skinner. Number 1. Stevie Ray Vaughan's number 1, in case you don't know what I'm talking about, and people at home. Scotty Moore, James Burton, Elvis Pickers. You know, just being from that, and then on the other side, BB. Out of those 3 things, I also collect sunglasses. I'm a big Ray-Ban fan. And I also collect t-shirts, like vintage style t-shirts from a company called Made Worn. That's the extent of it, I think. If you ask my wife, she'd probably have a different answer. My name is Michael Myers. I saw my first Halloween movie, I think when I was 7, which is probably way too early to see a Halloween movie. I think people think that I like Michael Myers and I think I'm a big horror movie fan. I'm actually not a big horror movie fan. It's that character, it's that blank face. To me, that movie was so scary because it was real. Like, that could be anybody. That could be your neighbor. It could be, you know, Freddy never scared me. It's like, well, if I'm awake, well, I don't have nothing to worry about. And it's like Jason lived at the bottom of the lake. He's not real. So it was always the allure of just the pale, blank William Shatner face of Michael Myers. So I think that was probably why. But the mask I had an old one that was used on a movie that I brought on tour for years and years, and it started just getting to the point where I couldn't bring it anymore. So I started just collecting custom makers, and now my friend Chris Nelson, who made the mask for the last movie and is making the mask for the next 2 movies, he's made me a couple too now. So. My favorite pair of shoes and my most comfortable are kind of the same. They're a 2010 Bo Jackson Spring Trainer, which is not a very sought after shoe. But impossible to find, but not very sought after. And I bought them at a Nike outlet with the box cover ripped off, and they were like $40. And I really enjoy them. But also, I got my own Jordan last year, 2 years ago, so that's probably my true favorite shoe. But the Bo Jackson would be the most comfortable too. So that's probably those are my 2. I like to use 11s, sometimes 10s, but if you can put 10s on a guitar or 11s on a guitar and make it feel like a 10, or put 10s on a guitar and make it feel like a 9, but it doesn't go out of tune, doesn't, you know, like, that's really important to me. Like, I think the feel of the guitar, also the action, like, I like low action, but I don't want it to buzz, you know, and there's places where you can check it to make sure it's not gonna buzz. So those are the 2 things for me. Making guitar feel kind of slinky-ish no matter what size strings are on it, and making it feel very playable, and also just the action being low enough to not rattle or make noise, but you still kind of get that playability. Like, I'm not a shredder player. I'm more of a bluesy style, bendy player. So I want the action to kind of be low, but I do want it to fight me a little bit. Where the Streets Have No Name is the coolest guitar lick of all time, I think, as far as like an intro to a song goes. And then just the Bullet the Blue Sky solos with the slide is it's crazy to think that he got that tone with an amp, but if you listen to it now, it sounds like something that you would create on like a Line 6, like pod or something, but like that was coming out of amps, like that delay and that tone being so big and kind of that the bottom end kind of being swollen even through a Strat. You know, that's probably my favorite. Anything the Edge does is I'm in awe of, so. Oh yeah, how did you hear that? Flying to Lisbon, Portugal, I sat next to Billy Corgan, We talked about music for maybe 5 minutes of a 2-hour flight, and the rest was like about finance and like where to put your money. And like, I had never met Billy Corgan, but you know, I had been a huge Smashing Pumpkins fan as a younger youth, you know, and I was young when this happened. I was probably 19. Also, what I didn't realize is like Billy Corgan is a giant person. Like he is very, very tall. And I did not know that. I thought he was like a little short guy. He was like 6'5". I mean, he's a big dude. But yeah, he was insanely nice. But yeah, like didn't talk. I was like wanting to talk about music. It's kind of like the first time I met Paul and I wanted to talk about music, and all he wanted to talk about was fly fishing. No, you know why? Because the Zach Myers signature models don't have lacquer on the back of the neck, and they're smoothed out. So I sweat a lot, especially I got like nervous hands when I play, so my hands will sweat. So my pH is also awful, I believe. So it kind of gunks up the guitar a lot. So with this neck, like I'm not trying to. I mean, I'm here to plug my own guitar, but that's not what I was going for with this. But yeah, that's why the necks are satin. So no, I don't. No more glove. No more glove. I feel like you're bringing up the 2008 emo side of me. Oh man, you're opening up a big wormhole here. I'll give you 3 meals. How about that? I'll give you breakfast. There's a place called Bryant's. Truly amazing. You know, one of those places that's cash only, open from 5 in the morning till 11:30 in the morning, and they're closed the rest of the day. They're only open like Wednesday through Sunday. Lunch would be the Commissary Barbecue, which catered my wedding and one of my favorite barbecue places in the world. Dinner would have to be probably a place called Porch and Parlor or a place called Restaurant Iris. So I'm giving people options if they're ever in Memphis. The spontaneity of it, live Smith & Meyer shows is Brent doesn't see the set list before the show. He's not allowed to. And it changes. You know, we may play 15 songs tonight that we didn't play last night, you know, and only bring 5 with us from the last show. So I really enjoy that. With Shinedown, I love playing Shinedown shows too because it's a big production, but it is a big production. So I can't on the fly go off the set list. I've been making the Shinedown set list for 15 years, and I can't, you know, once the set list is locked in, it's locked in. Well, I got pyro guys. I'm not trying to get set on fire or blown up, you know, so I can't throw an audible in the middle of the show with that. With this, we kind of get 4 or 5 songs in, and it's let's rearrange the train track a little bit, you know, like let's go this way, and then that'll happen almost every night. Like very seldom do we stick to the set list the way it is with Smith & Myers. Something had broken, I don't remember what it was, and I kind of went back to like look at him to switch guitars, and right when I went back, our pyro guy didn't see me because I was kind of hidden by the drum riser, and a flame went off, and it got about that close to me. What they've taught me is just to kind of live in the moment, man, and, you know, get off my, you know, we're all kind of stuck to these things, you know, we're just always staring at them, and there's so much life happening around you, you know, that's going on. They've kind of taught me to like live in that moment, you know, and not kind of worry about the future, that the future is going to happen whether you're there for it or not, or whether you can fix it or not. So they've really helped me with that. No Italian in history, in Italy, was ever like, you know what goes on pizza? Pineapple. Let's put some fruit on pizza. It's the dumbest thing. It's stupid. You're a horrible person if you do it. You shouldn't do it. And I believe there should be some sort of legal repercussion if you do it. That's my personal opinion as a person who cooks and a person who is just now, this year, getting into pizza making. I just bought a pizza oven, strictly pizza oven, that will never have pineapple in it, ever. And if I find out that my family put pineapple in it while I was gone, I will throw the pizza oven in the lake.